Do you want to know how to maintain self-control and stay focused? Well, I'm Nicholeen Peck and I teach self-government, which is self-control, and parenting and communication all over the world, and that's what we're talking about in this video. In this video, we're going to be talking about self-control and what are some of the key principles or elements of self-control that we need to keep in mind. And then also we will talk about focusing and what skills or principles that we need in order to help us maintain focus when we have a tendency to get distracted. So let's talk about self-control. What does it mean to actually have self-control? When a person has self-control, what that means is that they can inhibit or stop strong impulses. All right. So that means that if they have an impulse to be angry or to say something mean or belligerent to another person, they can stop themselves. That's huge. But in order to have self-control, a person actually has to have self-regulation. So self-regulation sometimes even makes it so that a person doesn't even have to go to a place of holding themselves back and having self-control. So when a person has good self-regulation, they reduce the frequency of some of these stimuli that are happening within them. So what they do is they manage their stress load really well so that they don't allow the stresses to spike. They also learn to have good recovery times. So if they feel a moment of stress, they can recover from that quickly and not allow it to completely take over their day or even their 10-minute period of time. So when a person has good self-regulation skills, then that person automatically becomes better at self-control. So in order to control yourself, you need the skills for self-regulation. What type of skills might be required for a person to regulate themselves? Well, the first skill is the skill to be able to analyze what's really happening and focusing on the truth. There are 4 basic skills of self-control that are really good to know. In fact, these are the 4 basic skills that I teach parents to teach their children. Each of them has a skill set attached to it. So that means there are multiple steps for fully accomplishing the skill. But the skills are following instructions, accepting no answers and criticism, accepting consequences, and disagreeing appropriately. If a person learns all 4 of these 4 basic skills, that takes care of 99% of their behavioral problems. This really helps them when they're adults as well as when they're children. All adults need this skill. So when we're going to control ourselves, we have to be able to accept disappointments or no answers when they happen to come. We have to give ourselves instruction and be able to follow through. We also need to be able to disagree appropriately with other people. If we have those skills in place, that can help us regulate ourselves so that we don't end up falling into the trap of overreacting, over-controlling, or power struggling with somebody else. One other vital skill for self-control is how to become calm when you're not. Do you have a plan for that? That's important. In fact, there is a free gift that I'm going to give you at the end of this video that can help you develop a skill set for calmness. That's something that I had to do when I was a foster parent of treatment children, and I know it's going to be beneficial to you. Before I get to my tips on staying focused, hit the subscribe button on this video. You're not going to want to miss all of the other videos that I have about self-government that could really help you and your self-control goals. In order to stay focused, you've got to keep your plan in the front part of your brain. When we get distracted, it's because we start going to our emotional part of the brain, or we allow something else to get in the way of that item that we're trying to accomplish in the front part of the brain. So what you need to do is you need to keep repeating in the front where you're going and what needs to be happening. Some people use alarms, they use notes that they write for themselves so that they continue to remember what it is that they were supposed to be able to do. But I know that sometimes we're just in the minute. Maybe we're in a class, or maybe we're watching a video, or maybe we're reading a story to a child or listening to them read, and we just zone off. These things can happen. So what you have to do is you have to listen and process. Listen and process. And you might have to tell yourself in the front part of your brain multiple times, I need to listen. What am I hearing? What do I think about it? You might have to ask yourself thought-provoking questions to continue the dialogue going on in your brain. Many people who can't stay focused are often very passive thinkers. They're the ones that just sit there and they don't really invest in whatever's happening around them. So if you want to focus in on the people around you or the activities that you're engaged in, ask yourself questions about it, have a dialogue going in your head so that you can grasp the majority of what is being shared with you. When you can focus on your relationship with other people and you can ask questions of them as well as thinking about their thoughts and their words inside your own head, it creates a beautiful bond. People that have a hard time focusing on others and are constantly getting distracted by their phone or something else that's going on are people who usually have a hard time relating to other people, bonding with other people, and having meaningful relationships with the people that they hope to have those relationships with. So improving our ability to focus is going to do great things for our future relationships and probably our overall happiness. I want you to learn a lot about calmness, because if you can perfect your own calmness plan, if you can learn the skill for how to be calm when somebody else isn't, and how to help someone else be calm without losing your calmness at the same time, if you can have that much self-regulation and self-control, then you absolutely will have freedom in your relationship and increase happiness and empowerment in your days. So I have a gift for you. It is the Calm Parenting Toolkit. This is a course that I have on my website, but if you click the link that is in the description below, then that will take you to the Calm Parenting Toolkit and you can get it completely free just for watching this video. So go down in the description and find the link that says Calm Parenting Toolkit or TSG Calm Toolkit or something like that, and get that toolkit. Start moving in the direction of your own self-government, and you will always feel like you're focused, in control, and connected with the people around you.